Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome back to the Fargo Dome. It is the semifinal round of the Class B individual tournament, the girls tournament, and the Class A individual tournament. We'll have 6 mats in action. Far side mats will be Class A. Middle mats will be the girls tournament with the Class B tournament immediately right in front of us. And should be an exciting round. It will be a big round for the Lisbon Broncos as well as New Salem Almad, as they right now are trying to get some separation between these two.
Yeah, right now at the top of the leaderboard, it's just a 5-point separation. New Salem Almad on top of the team race, 104-99 over Lisbon.
And already underway on mat number 7, Carson Mertz from Harvey Wells County against Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley. That's a 195-pound semifinal. A quick takedown for Mertz. He's already in front 2-0, while Gabe Lyons from Lisbon against Braden Seltzler from Velva, and he got a quick takedown. He has a 2-0 lead.
And Lyons right away scores an escape. He's in on a nice fireman's. Has Seltzler going to his back. Gabe Lyons has Seltzler in trouble. Lyons holding Seltzler down for some near fall. Well, Lyons will pick up near fall on Braden Seltzler, 2 points. So it's now a 4-1 score in favor of Gabe Lyons.
Middle mats will be the girls' competition. Far mats, Class A. We'll keep you updated on all of those as we continue on through this day.
And Rich Lucina being warned by the ref, counting out near fall points, just cheering on his wrestler. That's a 5-2 score in the semifinal match at 195 pounds. Gabe Lyons wrestling Braden Seltzler.
At the other 195-pound match, it is a 2-1 lead. Carson Mertz from Harvey Wells County against Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley. Over in the girls tournament, one match underway. Mariah Sanchez from West Fargo against Emma Buey from Des Lacs Burlington. That is 170 pounds. That is where the girls tournament has started all rounds.
Well, it looks like they're still waiting for the wrestler out on there for that semifinal match on mat number 5 in the girls division.
Seltzler has Lyons on his back. Makes it 5-4. Lyons trying to stave off giving up the fall. Near fall points will come the way of Seltzler, but if Lyons can avoid giving up a fall here in the next 15 seconds, he'll survive to fight the second period. Down by 2, though, 7-5.
Yeah, Braden Seltzler, very explosive wrestler. He's never down at a match. All he has to do is flip his hips, and he's right back in it. He goes up in this one, 7-6.
So first period ends. Seltzler from Velva, 7-6 lead against Gabe Lyons from Lisbon. Over on mat number 7, Carson Mertz, a 2-1 lead over Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley. Has him on his back, and they get pulled out of bounds. I'm not sure he's going to get any back points on that attempt.
So, yes, Rich Lucina gets a talking to by the ref, but we have a gentleman that's standing behind the score table, not even a coach, that's having a discussion with the referee over here on mat number 8.
Class A individual tournament underway on our far mats. We'll get you an update on that coming up as our second period begins. On top will be Gabe Lyons from Lisbon, down 7-6 from Brandon Seltzler from Velva. 2-2 the score on mat 7, other 195-pound semifinal. Second period underway there. Carson Mertz from Harvey Wells County against Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley. Over in the Class A tournament, 195 pounds, Ben Nagel from Bismarck, a 4-0 lead against Jackson Melvin from Dickinson. Well, Broden Muskie from Valley City, a 4-2 lead against Bo Matson from Watford City. Again, that is 195 pounds.
Yeah, mat number 7 still tied up at 2-2, and Seltzler has Lyons on his back again on mat number 8. So Gabe Lyons in jeopardy going down by fall to Braden Seltzler.
Lyons trying to bridge himself out. About a minute 15 left in the second period. A lot of time for Seltzler to try to make some adjustments.
Yeah, Seltzler nice settled in, smothering over the top on Lyons, and he goes ahead and picks up the win here. So Braden Seltzler advances to the state championship at 195 pounds.
And Gabe Lyons will now move into the wrestleback rounds tomorrow. So Seltzer advances on. Lyons will have to fight his way back here to get himself a better place in this tournament. Meanwhile, the other 195-pound semifinal, 2-2 the score. Carson Mertz from Harvey Wells County against Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley. That second period ending with those two wrestlers all tied up at 2. And I'm wondering in our girls' mats if we're having some technology issues again. That's what it looks like here right now, as they have not started the match on mat 5. Mat 6, there is a match underway. Moving on to mat number 8, 220-pound championship, May Stuber from Bowman County, or semifinals, excuse me, Elia Bjornstead from Pembina County North. That one just underway. Carson Mertz takes a 3-2 lead against Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley, a pair of senior wrestlers going at it for the 195-pound semifinals.
Still waiting on the match, that semifinal match on mat number 5 in the girls division between Hannah Schustrom from Jamestown and Phoenix Linseth from Bismarck Legacy. Semifinal match at 190 pounds on mat number 5.
Out of bounds is Mertz and Willison. So they will restart with 1:19 left to go. Mertz a 3-2 lead. Stuber and Bjornstead wrestling at 220, no score there, approaching a minute left in the first period. Barrett Willison knowing he's going to have to make a move if he wants to punch his ticket onto the championship.
Now Willison down by 1, under a minute now to go in the third period, down to Mertz by a score of 3-2.
And in the girls tournament, Phoenix Lindstedt from Bismarck Legacy defeats Hannah Schustrom via fall at 190 pounds. So she is on to the championship. And another takedown for Carson Mertz from Harvey Wells County. His lead at 5-2, 34 seconds left. Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley is going to need an escape and a quick takedown. Only has 27 seconds to do it. He's going to get cut loose by Mertz. It is 5-3, so Willison going to need a takedown, 19 seconds to set something up.
Yeah, mat number 5, 250-pound semifinal. Katie Sinner from Central Cass, a junior, wrestling Denisha Moore from Minot. And that match coming up on mat number 5. Still waiting for that one to start the first period.
And Willison went to make his move, but Mertz fights it off. So Carson Mertz on to the 195-pound championship. Barrett Willison from Hillsborough Central Valley will go into the wrestleback round and try to fight his way on to finish in third place, which will be his best finish he can do here now in this tournament. Back to mat number 8. Sorry, go on.
Yep. May Stuber and Eli Bjornstedt still scoreless into the second period, with Stuber starting on top of the second on mat number 8.
And the girls tournament. So mat number 5 will feature Katie Sinner from Central Cass against Tijana Moore from Minot. Mat number 6, Cassie Bartholomew from Central Cass against Gracie Hoffman from South Border. That is 250 and 190-pound matches getting set to get underway.
Yeah, mat number 7, 220-pound semifinal. Ashton Peterson from South Border wrestling Xylus Holter from Kenmare Bull Bells. That's up on mat number 7, 220-pound semifinal match. They're scoreless in the first period, minute 29 to go.
Over on mat 5, mat 6, Hoffman from South Border, 2-0 lead against Bartholomew from Central Cass at 190 pounds. Moore gets a takedown from Minot against Sinner from Central Cass at 250. Those matches still within their first 30 seconds.
Yeah, Peterson goes up 2-0 on Holter from Kenmare Bull Bells at 220 pounds. They're at a minute to go in the first period, wrestling on the edge of the mat. So Holter trying to come out the back door on Peterson. We got a stoppage of time. Peterson in injury time. Looks like he may have popped his knee. Some injury time now for Ashton Peterson.
Looks like we have a scoring change over in the girls tournament on mat number 5.
You Ashton Peterson just panicked a little bit on the edge of the mat. Felt his knee pop, so we get a restart. Both in the up position. It's a 2-1 score now. Ashton Peterson up in that one, 2-1 over Xylis Holter under 50 seconds to go in the first period.
Moore from Minot, a 4-1 lead over Katie Sinner from Central Cass at the 250-pound semifinals in the girls tournament. 58 seconds left in that first period. They have to reset the match, and the down position will be Sinner. Well, on mat number 6, Hoffman from South Border, a 2-0 lead against Cassie Bartholomew from Central Cass.
Yeah, mat number 8 going into the third period. It's a 5-1 lead. Eli Bjornstead, Pembina County up in this one, 220-pound semifinal by a score of 5-1 over May Stuber. They start the third period in the neutral position. Now Peterson has Holter going over for some near falls. Peterson will pick up near fall on mat number 7, 2-point near fall. He's up now 6-1. Final 10 seconds in the first period.
And on mat number 6, Gracie Hoffman scores points on a near fall to lead 4-0 against Cassie Bartholomew from Central Cass. That will go into the second period. The decision to Bartholomew, she wants to be on their feet. Well, we do have a victory. Moore gets the win from Minot at 250 pounds on mat number 5.
Into the second period on mat number 7, Peterson starts in the bottom position. He has a 6-1 lead in the semifinal match, 220 pounds. Peterson working a switch on Holter, comes over the top. He throws Holter to the mat. Holter in jeopardy now of giving up a fall. Peterson smothering over the top. 1:45 to go in the second period. He's up 8-1.
And Peterson undefeated on the season. It was number 1 all year. It's been a tough battle for anyone who's gone up against him, obviously having not lost, and really turning things on here in this second period of this semifinal.
Yeah, he's opened up a lot of offense here for Ashton Peterson, up 11-1. Now they're at blood time, a little bit of stoppage there on mat number 7.
Yeah, Eli Bjornstead from Pembina County North, a 9-1 lead over May Stuber from Bowman County.
And Gracie Hoffman from South Border, she's up 4-0 over Cassie Bartholomew from Central Cass. They're in the second period of the 190 semifinal match on mat number 6.
Tomorrow, the first round will begin a little bit later, a 11 o'clock start time tomorrow. We'll have that for you here on yourliveevent.com.
Stuber and Bjornstead on mat number 8. Looks like Bjornstead pick up 3 near fall. Stuber working reversal on Bjornstead, so we have 3 near fall and a 2-point reversal. Let them get the score figured out. 9-3 score. Now 1 point for Bjornstead as he scores an escape. This is the end of the third period. He's up 10-3.
And Ashton Peterson 11-2 his lead. A minute left in the second period, so Peterson well on his way to get a win as well.
Now a 6-1 lead for Gracie Hoffman on mat number 6. She's up 6-1 over Cassie Bartholomew from Central Cass. That's a 6-1 score, semifinal match, 190 pounds.
12-3, Eli Bjornstead from Pembina County North defeats May Stuber. Bjornstead onto the 220-pound championship, where it's looking more and more like he will be wrestling Ashton Peterson, as Peterson has himself a 13-2 lead.
Mat number 5, Jillian Schwartz from Mandan wrestling Jennifer Verdeen from Hettinger Scranton. That is a 2-0 score with Verdeen from Hettinger leading that 100-pound semifinal in the girls division. Peterson has Holter's arm barred up behind his back, trying to work a power half over the top. And Holter still belly down. Last 10 seconds of the second period, he leads that one 13-2.
Heavyweight match about to begin at mat number 8. Grant Lyons from Lisbon, AJ Heinz from New Salem Almad. And big for 2 reasons is Lyons would like to go on to a state championship, but if he wants to help Lisbon win another individual team championship, this will help him out big, as New Salem Almad, the team immediately in front of him, leading by 5 points.
Yeah, Grant Lyons wrestling the defending state champion here at 285 in New Salem Almad. So it's no small task for Grant Lyons, but he can get it done, help the Broncos out.
Lyons looking like he was setting up a throw. Now Heinz gets Lyons down on his back, gets 2, Lyons trying to get himself free, and they come out of bounds, and that's a saving grace for Lyons. There will be 2 points on a near fall, though. Lyons behind early 4-0. Final minute over there on the girls' side of things. Gracie Hoffman from South Border, an 8-1 lead over Cassie Bartholomew, and she's on top just trying to end the final 45 seconds to get the win. So Gracie Hoffman from South Border will advance, and an escape coming for Grant Lyons. He is down 4-1.
The last final minute in the third period on mat number 7, Ashton Peterson up 15-2 on Holter from Kenmare Bull Bells. They're under a minute now. It's 15-2 score. Peterson working over the top on Holter.
Lyons attempting to get a throw here against Heinz. Now, AJ Heinz last year defeating a Lisbon Bronco for the championship. It's a victory against Josh Shear, where both wrestlers will now come out of bounds and into the scores table. Both will be all right as they'll reset, but AJ Heinz, or rather Josh Shear against AJ Heinz last year, had the leg up, needed the fall or needed a takedown to come back and get a win, and about 2 more feet of the circle, and he may have gotten it, but he came out of bounds and couldn't finish.
We did have a win for Gracie Hoffman by 8-1 over Casey Bartholomew from Central Cass. So Hoffman moves on to the state championship match at 190 pounds for the girls.
Ashton Peterson from South Border, a 15-2 win. He will go on to the state championship at 220 pounds. No surprise there. He was kind of penciled in to be there once this tournament began. Lions down 4-1, 9 seconds left in the first period of the semifinals at heavyweight.
And mat number 5, Julian Schwartz and Jennifer Verdeen. Verdeen's up in that one, 7-0. She has an inside cradle hooked up on Schwartz. Schwartz able to fight out of that. It's 9-0 score, 100-pound semifinal match on mat number 5.
Mat 7, Coy Okeson from Bishop Ryan against Ben Roundy from Killdeer. That is the other heavyweights matchup. Second period begins at heavyweight on mat number 8. A 4-1 Grant Lyons trailing AJ Heinz. And it is neutral position to begin this second period.
Verdeen picks up 3 points for a near fall on mat number 5. She's up 12-0 in command of that match. They're in the second period, and now she's working for a fall against Julian Schwartz from Mandan.
Minute and a half left in the second period at the heavyweight matchup between Grant Lyons from Lisbon and AJ Heinz. Heinz up by 3, 4-1. Heinz got a quick takedown and a near fall to start the first period, and Grant Lyons has been playing catch up ever since.
Yeah, it looked like Grant Lyons tried to double underhook on that with AJ Heinz just using his balance and positioning to take Grant Lyons down to his back, and scored 2-point near fall and 2-point takedown.
Heinz took Lyons down, but it was out of bounds, so they'll restart on their feet. Minute left in the second period.
And at number 6, Alexis Schneider from Napoleon Gacko Streeter at 110-pound semifinal, wrestling Mallory DeVry from Central Cass. That's a 2-0 score. Schneider leads that one 2-0.
Lyons trying to set a throw here against Heinz.
Okeson and Roundy on mat number 7. That's a 2-2 score. Okeson working a reversal the final 10 seconds of the first period. Okeson working over the top, trying to score at the end of the period. Still nothing given up by Roundy.
Lyons gets a takedown, makes it 4-3. 20 seconds left in the second period, so Lyons within 1. 15 seconds left in that second period.
The Lyons has a nice crossface up on Heinz. I didn't see who had choice to start that period.
And the period will end. Lyons down 4-3. And again, that is a heavyweight semifinal. The other semifinal tied at 2 between Roundy of Killdeer and Okeson of Bishop Ryan. That one in the second period.
Yeah, Grant Lyons chooses bottom to start the third period. He's going to have to power out of there right away. Looks like they're going to go to blood time, so Grant Lyons choosing bottom to start the third period. He just has to power out of there. Now Heinz able to get a little breather.
Over in the girls tournament at Mat 5, a 16-0 win for Jennifer Bearden from Henninger Scranton over Juliana Schwartz from Mandan. Alexis Snyder from Napoleon Gackle Streeter, a 4-2 lead over Mallory DeVries from Central Cass. That is at 110 pounds. Our heavyweight match resumes, and Lyons got up, couldn't get away, and now has to turn back to his stomach quickly, as that could have been dangerous, as Heinz fell right on top of him as he was on his back, and they're going to hit him with potentially dangerous.
We got blood time again. Looks like this time Heinz is bloodied up, so Heinz goes over to the blood team. So mat number 6, Alexis Schneider, 6-2 lead over DeVry from Central Cass. That's on mat number 6, semifinal match, 110 pounds. DeVry currently on, Schneider currently on top of that one. She scores 2 more points for her near fall. It's 8-2 now.
And blood time right now in both of our heavyweight matches, so a little bit of breathing time for both of those heavyweights.
It's a nice tight match over there on mat number 7, tied up 2-2 between Okeson and Roundy from Killdeer. And mat 5, Jenna Gerhardt from Devil's Lake up 2-0 right now on Donica Bennick from Pembina County North. That semifinal match at 105 pounds, so Gerhardt up 2-0.
And looks like mat number 7 is going to resume first. Okeson from Bishop Ryan, Roundy from Killdeer tied at 2. We'll restart our match here with Grant Lyons and AJ Heinz. Heinz leads 4-3.
Well, Lyons has to get up here first 10 seconds. Heinz has to return him to the mat, takes him out of bounds.
And Lyons, just a little bit more space, would have gotten himself away, but he has been quick off that whistle to get up. It's just a matter of freeing those hands with enough room. You know, when you have 2 heavyweights, that circle gets a whole lot smaller.
Yeah, and Heinz is smart enough. He realized that Lyons gets up, he immediately drops down to that leg, and that's his big move. Now Lyons scores an escape. It's tied up now, 4-4.
Minute 20 left to go, third period. I think next takedown is going to be what decides this one, the way this match has gone. 4 unanswered points for Grant Lyons, was down 4-0 within the first 20 seconds of the match as AJ Heinz struck early and struck quickly. Now approaching a minute left in the third period.
Alexis Schneider now builds a lead 11-2 in her match on mat number 6. She goes on, actually that's a final. So Alexis Schneider advances to the championship match at 110 pounds on mat number 6.
45 seconds left in this period. 4-4 the score. Actually, 45 seconds left in this match. 4-4 the score. Lyons and Heinz for a chance to wrestle for the heavyweight championship. Their opponents or potential opponents on mat 7 still tied at 2. That is Okeson from Bishop Ryan, Roundy from Killdeer. 25 seconds left. Neither one trying to be too overly aggressive.
Yep, still working for an positioning, looking for an opening. The wrestler's just heavy on the head. Looks like this might come down to the last 10 seconds. They're tied up 4-4 here on mat number 8 between Heinz and Lyons from Lisbon.
And Heinz comes right at him, and he takes him down, but it's out of bounds, and Lyons hits the scores table at the back of his head, and he's just going to need an extra second. The scoreboard says 0. I don't think they're going to add any time to that. It's just a check at the back of the head of Lyons right now. Yeah, second time they have gone into that scorers table. And Lyons says he's all right and he'll continue on.
Heinz is over there on some blood time. So taking care of that. And I don't know if there's no time left on the clock or a couple seconds, but.
So that was the question. It got to 0, but at what point? I imagine they're going to let him go into overtime here.
One thing with overtime, the wrestlers are supposed to get right back out on the mat and start the period. Right now, Heinz over there on blood time.
And in this tournament, there is no leeway when it comes to that either.
No, there's not.
We saw that somewhere overtime. As soon as you're back on your feet, it's time for overtime, and that's what we're going to get here. Tied at 4, Grant Lyons, AJ Heinz for a spot onto the heavyweight championship, tied at 4.
You see how explosive Heinz is, doubling up on that, trying that power double on the Grant Lyons, and that'll likely be his go-to move here in the overtime period.
Ben Roundy, by the way, takes a 5-2 lead in the other heavyweight semifinal. That one into its final period. That one felt like it was tied at 2 for the entire match.
That went into the third period, and now Roundy's up 5-2. Now Jenna Gerhardt on mat number 5. She's up 14-0. That's on mat number 5. Jenna Gerhardt up on that one, 14-0.
Still tied at 4 here in overtime. 17 seconds left in this overtime period. And Heinz coming right at Lyons. Lyons going for the leg. Heinz will get him down, but they're out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Lyons just has to give up on that double overhook, trying to throw Heinz out of bounds. He's better off taking this one into the next 2 periods of overtime, gas out A.J. Heinz.
And Heinz comes right at Lyons, 4 seconds left. I don't think either one's going to try to make any much of a drastic move here as our overtime period ends, tied at 4. Minute 5 left in our other match. Ben Roundy leads 6-4 against Kate Okeson.
And New Salem has choice to start the overtime period. He picks top on Grant Lyons. So Grant Lyons is on the bottom to start. So Heinz was looking for a turn here on Lyons. Now Gerhardt is a final over there on mat number 5. She's the winner. She advances by a tech foul into the championship match at 105 pounds in the girls division.
6-6 tied up on the other heavyweight semifinal. It looks like Okeson is going to get Roundy on his back and get back points. That'll be the difference maker at 23 seconds left. Lyon gets up, and he's going to get the escape. 20 seconds left. And Lyons is taken down by Heinz, and they've come out of bounds.
All right, we still have another period of overtime. 18 seconds to go in this period of overtime. Looks like we have more blood time. Heinz is getting really gassed. Not sure where the blood was at, but.
Coy Okeson from Bishop Ryan, by the way, a 9-6 win over Ben Roundy from Killdeer. Coy Okeson will wrestle the winner of this match as we are in overtime, our second overtime. 6-5 the lead for A.J. Heinz in blood time right now.
Grant Lyons just needs to tie this one up with this 18 seconds left in the first period and go in, tie it up into this last period of overtime.
Over on mat number 5. Semifinals at 5 and 6 for the girls tournament. We'll have an update of that coming up, but we're about to resume this heavyweight matchup that is 6-5. Lyons comes up to his base, and Heinz trying to get a turn. 9 seconds left, and Lyons is fighting it. And they are guaranteed another overtime, and Heinz will get near fall points. He will get a 3-point near fall, so 9-5. Lyons will be down for the second overtime. Our 106-pound semifinal, Ryan Eng from Lisbon against Charlie Erlin from New Salem Almad. That one is already underway, and Ryan Eng has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Erwin trying to switch on Eng just trying to capture that back ankle. So they'll have a stalemate on that one. That's a 2-0 score. A minute 24 to go in the first period. Eng's up on top of that one.
Heinz got on his feet, falls back on top of Lyons. He'll get points for a reversal, and Heinz is getting Lyons down to the mat here in this overtime, and it took overtime, but A.J. Heinz will wrestle Okeson for the heavyweight championship. Grant Lyons will have to battle his way to find himself in the third place match for the Lisbon Broncos.
Mat number 6, Morgan Stramberg from West Fargo Cheyenne, a senior 8-0 record, wrestling Haley Nash from Minot. That one is now a 2-0 score with Stramberg winning that one. Semifinal match, 115 pounds on mat number 6.
Over on mat number 5, it is Stasia Ireland from Bismarck against Anna White from Central Cass. White with a 5-0 lead. That is 105-pound semifinals.
A semifinal match at 106 pounds. Ryan Eng still riding tough on top with Charlie Erwin. He's up 2-0. They're at the final 30 seconds of the first period. Erwin attempting a stand-up. Eng's going for a chin drop on Erwin. Now Erwin comes over the top and trying to get Eng a little bit out of position. Another 106-pound semifinal starting up on mat number 8. Alvy Henderson from Northern Lights wrestling Cone Bell. Now Charlie Erwin scores 2 points at the end of the period, so it's tied up 2-2 with 5 seconds to go in the first period.
And our team scoring right now, New Salem Almad 115, Lisbon 99. So Lisbon has some ground to make up. It's a semifinal coverage of the Class B Individual Wrestling Tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com.
You know, Lisbon's had 2 in the semifinals with Gabe Lyons and Grant Lyons, and both wrestlers coming up short in the semifinals. Now they have Ryan Eng wrestling Charlie Erwin from the Salem Almad. That one's tied up 2-2 to start the second period.
Over on mat number 8, Alvy Henderson from Northern Lights against Cohen Bell from Stanley.
And mat number 5, Deja Ireland for Bismarck wrestling Hannah White from Central Cass. White's up in this one by a score of 9-0. They're in the second period, a minute 35, 105-pound semifinal match. And Erwin scores 1 point for an escape on mat number 7. It's now a 3-2 score with Charlie Erwin leading that one by a score of 3-2.
.47 seconds left on mat number 8 in the other 106-pound semifinal. Alvy Henderson from Northern Lights, a 2-0 lead against Cone Bell from Stanley.
Hanging on a nice double leg shot. He has Erwin going over to his hip. So Ryan Eng just trying to turn the corner on Erwin, captures that back leg. Erwin blocking with that heel. Eng takes Erwin down. Now he's up 4-3 over Charlie Erwin. So Ryan Eng on top with a minute to go in the second period.
Ryan Eng seeing his first significant varsity time this season, and what a way to cap that off by getting yourself a spot in the state championship match.
You know, that'd be a nice way to cap off his season. He's had a great season so far, and he and Charlie Erwin going at it for that chance, shot at the state championship at 106 pounds.
And again, a little bit extra at stake on this because that's an opponent from New Salem Almad who's ahead of your team right now, significantly, at least through their first 2 rounds of this semifinal. So a chance to help you guys gain some ground.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big head-to-head match. We did see Heinz pick up a win over Lyons in a head-to-head between Lisbon and New Salem. This would just even the score out a little bit. But the match far from over. Charlie Erwin looking to score on the edge of the mat now. Eng and getting a little bit high in the last 10 seconds of this one in the second period. Eng's got to hold on if he can hold Erwin from scoring. So no score to start or at the end of the second period. Still 4-3 score. Eng's choice. He chooses both up.
Over on mat number 8, the other semifinal, Alvy Henderson, a 2-0 lead against Cohen Bell from Stanley. And Henderson will get 2 for a reversal. His lead now at 4-0.
Yeah, Anna White's still up 9-0, but she's in jeopardy of being turned. Ireland from Bismarck has a half buried in deep on the near side, trying to run it around the corner. Nothing going yet, so White still up 9-0. Eng working, trying to get a takedown over the top on Erwin. Eng steps across. He has Erwin in trouble on his hip. A minute 26 to go. Ryan Eng looking to score another takedown on Charlie Erwin. Trying to cradle it up now is Ryan Eng. He has Erwin in a little bit of trouble. He needs to score here before they get a stalemate call. So 2 points now for Ryan Eng. That is a 6-3 score for Ryan Eng over Charlie Erwin.
Back on mat number 8, 4-0 the lead for Alvy Henderson. 30 seconds left in the second period. He is on top of Cohen Bell and the other 106-pound semifinal.
Charlie Erwin working a sit-out switch on Ryan Eng. Eng in jeopardy of giving up an escape. They're under a minute to go now. Ryan Eng has to hold on here, trying to turn the corner is Charlie Erwin. Erwin works almost a reversal on Eng. Eng ties up the back leg on Charlie Erlin, looking for a high crotch fireman's. Coming up on 30 seconds to go now, 6-3 score.
Eng just needs to hang on, 25 seconds away from wrestling for a state championship.
Yeah, Eng looking now a double leg on Erwin. Erwin going into a little bit of panic mode on Eng. 20 seconds to go. Ryan Eng in position to double up on Erwin. Now Eng powers into it. Nice double leg, returns Erwin back down to the mat. Final 10 seconds to go. Ryan Eng looking to hold on in advance of the championship match. So 4 seconds to go. Ryan Eng has a 6-3 lead. Looking for his chance at a state championship at 106 pounds.
Anna White from Central Cass, by the way, a 9-0 win. She will wrestle in the 105-pound championship on the girls' side.
And Ryan Eng will advance to the 106-pound championship. He's a winner, 6-3 over Charlie Erlin from Salem Almad.
So a big win on both fronts, Eng onto the championship, and you keep a new Salem Almad wrestler from getting onto that championship. By the way, Alvy Henderson, a 6-0 lead against Cone Bell, and the other 106-pound matchup.
Yeah, well, may see that match again on Saturday. Both of those matches at heavyweight and 106 pounds with a head-to-head.
So now on to 113 pounds over on mat number 7. Mat number 8, Alvy Henderson's lead at 6-0.
Yeah, mat number 6, semifinal match, 125 pounds. Ellie Roslin from Hettinger Scranton down by a score of 3-2 to Miley Christensen of Valley City. That's a 3-2 score, 125-pound semifinal match. Mat number 5, girls semifinal, 115-pound mat number 5, Marley Stremick and Elizabeth Ubodi. They're knotted up 0-0 scoreless in the first period. That's a 0-0 score on mat number 5.
20 seconds left at the other 106-pound semifinal, and Alvy Henderson a 6-0 lead. He's going to close out this final 10 seconds, and Alvy Henderson will wrestle Ryan Eng for the 106-pound championship coming up tomorrow night here at the Fargo Dome. Over on mat number 7, Cruiser Burns from Grafton against Jace Anderson from Killdeer. 2-1 the lead for Anderson. Minute 3 left in the first period.
A 3-2 score, mat number 6 between Miley Christensen and Ellie Roslin from Hettinger Scranton. That's a 3-2 score. That one goes final with Miley Christensen picking up the win, advances to the state championship match at 125 pounds.
So up to 113 pounds. 4-1 the lead for Jace Anderson from Killdeer against Cruiser Burns.
Semifinal, 113 pounds, mat number 8. So Brady Peterson from Central Cass wrestling Trace Hogarth from Carrington. That match now underway on mat number 8, 113 pounds.
Wrestling down to mat number 8 from Carrington.
Anderson will ride out the rest of the first period for Killdeer. His lead against Cruiser Burns at 4-1. And Brady Peterson goes for a low single leg against Trace Hogarth, but runs out of room, and he will come out of bounds. So no points given to him. 1:20 left in the first period.
Mat number 7, 113-pound Jace Anderson has Cruiser Burns in trouble. Took him right to his back. That's a 6-1 score, but Anderson working for the fall against Cruiser Burns. 1:43 to go in the second period. Anderson in control on top, working for a fall.
Takedown for Brady Peterson from Central Cass. He has a 2-0 lead against Hogarth. A minute left in the first period there. And Jace Anderson really locking in that upper body, and he'll get the fall. So Jace Anderson from Killdeer will wrestle for the 113-pound championship. His opponent to be determined by the match over on mat number 8, where Brady Peterson has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Hogarth right now has a Peterson locked up on Brady Peterson. He gets him turned over. Hogarth picks up 2 points for reversal and a couple near fall. Nope, no near fall awarded. I guess it's still a 2-2 score. They're tied up, 113 pounds.
25 seconds left in that first period. Cash Wadeson wrestling his semifinal match here at 120. He'll have Wyatt Ingrich from New Salem Almad, and again another chance for the Broncos to gain some ground on the team score.
Yeah, Wyatt Ingrich, 39-1 record. He's a senior for New Salem. Cash Wadeson, a sophomore for Lisbon, wrestling close to the school in Enderlin, and 33-9 record.
New Salem Almont leading the team points 115 to 110. Brady Peterson and Trace Hogarth tied up at 2 apiece in the other 113-pound semifinal.
Mat 5. It is a Marley Stremick from Pembina County North, leads 2-0 over Elizabeth Ubudi from Bismarck Legacy. That's on mat number 5. That's going into the third period now. 2-0 lead for Marley Stremick, 115-pound semifinal.
So Hogarth got a reversal, and then Peterson answered right back with a reversal of his own. So that one's tied at 4, minute 35 left in the second period. Again, that is the semifinals for 113 pounds.
Yeah, Brady Peterson having a nice state tournament, keeping it real close here with Trace Hogarth, giving himself a chance, giving himself a shot at making it to the state finals.
No score over at our 120-pound semifinal between Wadeson and English from the New Salem Almont. 30 seconds left in the first period there.
English looking to turn the corner and score 2 points. He's getting a little bit greedy. He has Wadeson cradled up. So English looking for a near or an inside cradle on Wadeson. He's up 2-0.
Hogarth gets the escape against Brady Peterson. He leads 5-4, under a minute left in the second period, 113-pound semifinals.
English has Wadeson now going over to his back, picking up near fall. They have 5 seconds to go on that one.
Wadeson has come from behind in both of his wins today, and if he can hold out, yeah, he will. About a minimal damage you can get there. Gives up 5 points, avoids the fall. That was the big one there for him. Back at mat number 8, 27 seconds left in the second period, 113-pound semifinals. Trace Hogarth leading Brady Peterson 7-4.
And one final on mat number 5, so Elizabeth Ubudi picks up a win over Marley Stremick. She wins, she advances to the 115-pound semifinal match.
Hogarth trying to turn Brady Peterson. He's going to run out of time as the second period ends. 7-4 the lead for Trace Hogarth against Brady Peterson.
Hogarth able to break it open here a little bit, built himself a 3-point lead to start the third period.
And English a takedown of Wadeson. His runs his lead to 7-0. He's trying to get a fall here in the second period, and Wadeson trying his best to fight it off, and Wadeson will lose. So Wyatt English on to the championship at 120 pounds for New Salem Almont. Cash Wadeson will find himself trying to battle up for third place.
Yep, English just dominant in that performance, and that's why he's moving on to the state championship match at 120 pounds.
113-pound match. 7-4 the lead for Trace Hogarth from Carrington.
Mat number 5. You have Carissa Meidinger for Lemoore Litchfield Marion out there. She has a headlock working for takedown. No points awarded. Excuse me. And that's under 50 seconds to go in the first period. That's still scoreless. 0-0, 120-pound semifinal.
50 seconds left in the final period, and getting the escape is Brady Peterson. That will make it a 9-5 score. Peterson needing a big comeback here is taken down again, 11-5. So Hogarth with a 6-point lead, looking like he's going to put Peterson back into the wrestle back round for him, his chance to try to battle for third place.
Yeah, 126-pound semifinal. Cole Gerhardt for New Salem Almad out there wrestling Chance Burns. He's up 2-0, has a nice firearm tilt on Burns, trying to tilt him over on the edge of the mat. This will be, I know New Salem's, all their horses are out there 8 now or will have wrestled after this 126-pound match.
10 seconds left here for Trace Hogarth and Brady Peterson. Hogarth leads 11-5, and that one will become a final. So Trace Hogarth on to the 113-pound championship. Brady Peterson, best he can finish now for the Squirrels, would be third.
And Gracie Stremick now has a 4-1 lead over Chris Meidinger. That match at 120 pounds started the second period. Stremick leads that one 4-1 over Meidinger.
126-pound semifinal on mat number 7. Cole Gerhardt from New Salem Almad leading Chance Burns from Grafton 2-0.
Semifinal match on mat number 8, 120 pounds. Cody Simmons from Kildare wrestling Colin Dean, senior from Velva. Dean in right away, he scores 2 points for a takedown. That's the first 10 seconds of that match. He's up 2-0. Meidinger closes the gap. Now it's a 5-3 score with Gracie Stremick on mat number 5, 120-pound semifinal. They're in the second period, a minute 20 to go in the second period.
Colin Dean had Simmons on his back, trying to end this one here in the first period. Dean redirecting that head of Simmons, and just with complete control of the upper body, Simmons finds a way to get himself back to his stomach. A 3-point near fall, though. 5-0 in the lead for Colin Dean.
Gerhardt and Burns on mat number 7 right away off the whistle. Gerhardt hit a nice little switch. He's looking to score at least a 1-point escape. He picks up 1 point escape. He's up now 3-0 with that one. Minute 48 into the second period.
Thanks for joining our coverage here of the Class B Individual Wrestling Tournament, day number 1 on YourLiveEvent.com. This is our coverage of the semifinal round.
And Kristen Meidinger from Lemoore Litchfield Marion, she throws on a headlock and she wins by fall. She advances to the state championship match for the Lemoore Litchfield Marion Lobos at 120 pounds.
Both wrestlers out of bounds on mat number 8, where Colin Dean has a 5-1 lead against Cody Simmons from Kildare.
Mat number 5, Grace Lamar for Central Cass wrestling Haley Carr from Minot. That match just underway. That's mat number 5, 130-pound semifinal match. Mat number 7, Gerhardt and Burns just going at it back and forth. It's a 3-0 lead for Gerhardt. And it'll be Chance Burns' choice to start the third if it makes it into the third period. They're under a minute to go in the second period.
Over on mat number 8, the first period ends. It's a 1-0 lead for Colin Dean from Velva against Cody Simmons from Kildare. It looked like Dean was going to end that one within the first 30 seconds, but credit Simmons for his ability to get back on his stomach and just fend off that quick offensive attack. He'll start the second period down.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, that's all it takes is just weather that storm, that first 30 seconds of the match, and then just fight your way back. Under a minute to go on that mat number 5 between Grace Lamar and Haley Carr. That's still scoreless at a minute 2 to go in the first period, 130-pound semifinal. Gerhardt's up now 5-0 in the Salem Almad. That's on mat number 7 semifinal match. They're going into the third period. And Burns has choice to start the third. He picks neutral.
Back at our 120-pound match here on mat number 8. Colin Dean's lead still at 5-1. He's been on top this whole period, and then Simmons has done all he can to fight off getting turned. chicken wing is in right now by Dean. He just cannot get a turn, and thinking they're going to call a stalemate and get him to restart.
I'm at number 6 semifinal, 130 pounds. It's Avery Moore from Fargo Davies. She's up 4-0 over Rye Ogden from Bismarck Century. That's a 4-0 score. They're going into the second period. Semifinal, 130 pounds.
Over in the girls tournament, Grace Lamar at 130, a 5-0 lead against Holly Carr from Minot. That was another semifinal match. Again, all semifinals this round.
Gerhardt maintains his 5-0 lead with Chance Burns. Burns picked neutral to start the third period. They're at 1:10 to go, 126-pound semifinal match.
Second period ends on mat number 8. Colin Dean still that 5-1 lead. And they will begin the third period on their feet. Cody Simmons from Killdeer down 5-1. That would be for the wrestle for the 120-pound championship. He comes in aggressively for the single leg, gets a takedown, makes it 5-3. Now trying to set a cradle.
And nice scramble on mat number 6 between Rye Ogden and Avery Moore. Ogden's able to take Moore down, who's up right now 4-0. She throws a headlock on Moore, has her going to her back. Now Moore rolls through. So you have a bunch of points, change of position going on here. That tightens the score up. It's 6-5 now with Avery Moore up on top of that one. They're in the second period, 45 seconds to go. Mat number 6, 130-pound girls semifinal.
And Grace Lamar from Central Cash, she gets the win via fall against Sally Carr from Minot. Grace Lamar will wrestle in the 130-pound championship for the Central Cass Squirrels.
In that other 130-pound semifinal match, they're tied up now 6-6 in the second period. 30 seconds to go in that one. It's a 6-6 tie between Ogden from Century and Moore from Fargo Davies.
Final period on mat number 8. Colin Dean leading Cody Simmons. Dean from Velva, Simmons from Killdeer, 6-3.
And Cole Gerhardt advances for New Salem Almad to the championship match at 126 pounds. So Cole Gerhardt wins by decision 6-0 over Chance Burns from Grafton.
And mat number 8, they're going to stop it for potentially dangerous and reset with 46 seconds left. Colin Dean has extended his lead to 8-3.
And Avery Moore and Rye Ogden, that match now a 10-8 score. Ogden took the lead in that. She was up 10-6. Moore is able to score a reversal, so score now 10-8 at the start of the third period.
And a takedown comes for Cody Simmons. Trails 8-5, 20 seconds left. Needs to get a turn here against Colin Dean.
We have Carter Schmitz out on the mat now, 132 pounds for Kindred, wrestling Ethan Meyer from New Salem Almad. That's 0-0, 132-pound semifinal match.
And that one is a final going on to the championship at 120 pounds. Colin Dean from Velva. He defeats Cody Simmons from Killdeer by a final of 8-5.
Now we're tied up now on mat number 6 with Ogden from Century and Moore from Fargo Davies. Now it's 11-10 score with Ogden taking the lead over Moore. It's 11-10, 130-pound semifinal match on mat number 6. And Schmitz now going up in his match 2-0. So Schmitz up now 2-0 over Ethan Meyer from New Salem Almad.
New Salem Almad, by the way, team points, they lead 139-110 against Lisbon. Over on mat number 8, Carson Hildry from Velva against Matt Dukeshire from Carrington. They are wrestling for the 126-pound semifinals.
Have injury time, mat number 7 with Ethan Meyer and Carter Schmitz. So Schmitz was stretching out the arm of Meyer, and Meyer was able to, I guess he kind of tapped out there, so he has injury time in that match. Right now, Schmitz is up 2-0.
Dukeshire from Carrington, a 2-0 lead against Carson Hildry in the 126-pound semifinals over on mat number 8.
Now we had a barn burner going on here, the 12-12 score now, but Ogden from Century puts Moore on her back. It was 12-12, now it's 14-12. Now Moore rolls Ogden through. Bunch of points coming for each wrestler, 17-14 score. Moore looking to score some back points and tie it up. They're down to 20 seconds to go in that semifinal match. She does tie it up, so it's now a 17-17. Got a barn burner going on mat number 6 at 130-pound semifinal in the girls division.
Mat number 8, Carson Hildry from Velva trails Matt Dukeshire from Carrington 2-0.
In the end of the third period, they're going into overtime on mat number 6. Knotted up at 17 apiece. Sudden victory overtime, first period of overtime on that one.
I think it's the highest scoring match we've seen in any match in this tournament.
Yep, so far it is 17. 34 points going in this match. Well, Ogden in on a nice double leg attempt, but Moore stuffs it. She goes in, double underhooks. She whips over Ogden. She wins by fall, so Avery Moore comes out on top from Fargo Davies in that overtime match. She's moving on to the state championship match at 130 pounds. She'll take on Gracie Lamar from Central Cass.
Mat number 8 resuming here, the first period, time burning off. Matt Dukeshire from Carrington, a 2-0 lead against Carson Hildry at 126 pounds.
And Carter Schmitz and Ethan Meyer, it's now a 3-0 score, or a 3-0 lead for Carter Schmitz over Ethan Meyer from New Salem Almad. During the second period, minute 35 to go. And mat number 5, it's a 4-3 or 9-3 score now with Sarah Nelson from Pembina County North over leading Carmen Letechier, her teammate. That's a 9-3 score. They're in the third period.
4-0 the lead for Matt Dukeshire now for Carrington against Carson Hildry. And Dukeshire has Hildry on his back with a minute 20 left in the second period, trying to drive that shoulder in to close it out. That would put Dukeshire in the championship for 126 pounds.
Yeah, mat 6, girls division semifinal, 135 pounds. Deja Sundquist from Williston wrestling Carrington Lee. That's a 2-0 score. Sundquist up in that one, 2-0, 135-pound semifinal in the girls match.
Matt Dukeshire extends his lead. The Carrington Cardinal leads 7-0 against Carson Hildry from Velva. That's 126-pound semifinals.
Now Sundquist working for a foul over on mat number 6 against Carrington Lee, and she wins by foul. She'll advance to the championship match at 135 pounds.
We have a finalist.
10 seconds left here in the second period at 126. 7-0 Matt Dukeshire's lead from Carrington.
And 3-0 score on mat number 7 started the third period. Carter Schmitz starts on bottom. He's up 3-0 over Ethan Meyer from New Salem Almad, 132-pound semifinal.
They have a reset with 1 second left here at 126. And as soon as the whistle's blown, the match is over. They'll go into the final period. Carson Hildry from Velva has some ground to make up against Matt Dukeshire from Carrington here at 126. Down 7-0. He'll start the period on top.
Now mat 5, that match between Sarah Nelson and Carmen Letechier from both from Pembina County North. That's a 15-5 score, 9 seconds remaining in that And it looks like Sarah Nelson will advance to the championship match at 135 pounds.
And right out the gate, Matt Dukeshire gets a reversal to take a 9-0 lead. So he is comfortable here to maybe cruise to a championship, chance to wrestle for a championship at 126.
Mat 6, 140-pound semifinal in the girls bracket. Haley Lametta from Harvey Wells County, a senior, 24-0, wrestling Mylena Brunell from Turtle Mountain. That's scoreless in the first. Now Lametta takes a 2-0 lead, has Brunell going to her back. And working for the fall is Lametta from Harvey Wells County.
Matt Dukeshire gets the fall in the third period. The Carrington Cardinal will wrestle for the 126-pound championship. Carson Hildry from Velva on to the wrestlebacks for Velva.
And Carter Schmitz adds 2 more points to his tally. He's up 5-0, third period. Under 35 seconds to go in this one. He's up 5-0 over Ethan Meyer from the Salem Almad.
138-pound match over on mat number 8. That one just about to get underway.
Mat 5, 140-pound semifinal. This one just underway. Kira Aguilar from Minot wrestling Jeannie Keller from South Border. That one is scoreless in the first period. Minute 30 to go in that one. Semifinal match, 140 pounds.
Brecken Lura from Carrington against Cade Orbis from Henninger Scranton. Lura gets a takedown in the first 30 seconds to lead 2-0. And now is working to get something going against Warbis.
And Carter Schmitz will advance to the 132-pound championship match. He's a winner by a 5-0 decision over New Salem's Ethan Meyer. So Schmitz advances to the championship match. Meyer drops down to the consolation semifinals on Friday.
Lura trying to set a cradle, try to get a turn against Warbis, couldn't get it. Warbis gets his leg out. Lura trying to get a turn again. 50 seconds left to wrestle in the first period here at 138 pounds.
And mat number 6 in the girls wrestling. Haley Lamada wins by fall over Mylena Brunell from Turtle Mountain. She advances to the championship match, 140 pounds.
30 seconds left in the first period here at mat number 8 in the 138-pound semifinals. Brecken Lura, the senior, 49-9 on the season for the Cardinals against Cade Warbis, the senior from Henninger Scranton, who is 38-12.
And Matthew Wolf and Keaton Myers in the semifinal match at 132 pounds. Wolf had a nice double leg going on Myers, went out of bounds on the edge of the mat. They're back with the restart at a minute 30 to go in the first period. We're scoreless. Mat number 6, Lisbon's Gracia Rolfe wrestling Ashley Potter from Bismarck. That is scoreless in the first period, with Potter in on a single leg, going in on, now switches to a double on Rolfe, but Rolfe's able to sprawl out. Potter picks up 2 points for a takedown, so Rolfe down in this one 2-0.
Mat number 8, Brecken Lura up 2-0. Second period begins right away. He was down. He gets up and gets the escape, extends his lead to 3-0.
It's still scoreless on mat number 7 between Keaton Myers and Matthew Wolf from South Border. That's scoreless. 45 seconds to go in the first period, 132-pound semifinal.
Team score right now, 139 for New Salem Almad, 110 for Lisbon.
And Ashley Potter working for a fall against Grace Rolfe. Under 50 seconds to go, and that'll be final. Ashley Potter from Bismarck wins by fall over Grace Rolfe from Lisbon.
I got mat number 8, Brecken Lura's lead at 3-0 against Cade Warbis as 138-pound semifinals.
Keaton Meyer takes a 2-0 lead. They're down to 20 seconds in the first period. He's up 2-0 over Matthew Wolf from South Border, 132-pound semifinal.
Now a minute left here in the second period at mat number 8. Lura comes to shoot, stepping back, Warbis. They remain tied up. Warbis comes to shoot, big step back from Lura.
Started the second period, 2-0 score. Keith Meyer has choice. He chooses bottom. He's up 2-0 over Matt Wolf from South Border, 132-pound semifinal on mat number 7.
And wrestlers out of bounds at mat number 8. Score remains 3-0 Breckenlura. Orbis to shoot. Laura sprawls, tries to come around. If he can free the hip, his lead comes 5-0. He's just going to keep walking around and finally comes around. 5-0 the lead for Breckenlura.
Mat number 5, Jeannie Keller, is now down 6-3 in her semifinal match, 140 pounds. Keller from South Border, she's down 4-3 to Kiara Aguilar from Minot. Aguilar riding on top. They're at under 10 seconds to go now in the second period. Aguilar leads this one 6-3.
And Jordan Flynn from Central Cass leads Lexi Beckler from Bismarck 5-0. 30 seconds left in the first period, 155-pound semifinals. Flynn has Beckler on her back and gets the fall. Jordan Flynn from Central Cass will wrestle for the championship at 155 pounds.
A 5-0 score, mat number 7. Keith Myers up over Matt Wolf. They're in the second period, under 50 seconds to go in this one. Myers riding on top, has Wolf broke belly down on the mat. Wolf just getting to his base with Myers throwing a crossface in on over the top.
Laura's lead at 7-0, 138-pound semifinals against Kate Warbis from Hettinger Scranton. Laura has him on his back. Warbis gets a little turn on his shoulder to avoid a fall. A minute left in the third period there, so Laura well on the path to wrestle for the 138-pound championship. And we'll get stopped with 56 seconds left, 10-0 the lead for Breckenlura.
Looks like we're wrapping up the girls' semifinal matches over there, mat number 6. No matches up on mat number 6.
Laura goes for the single leg. Trying to come up and drive. Orbis to his feet, and he gets taken down, but it is out of bounds. So 37 seconds now left in the third period.
Yeah, Matt Wolf at the end of the second period, he's still down 5-0 to Myers from Stanley. It is Wolf's choice. He chooses neutral to start the third.
"17 seconds left for Breckenlura from Carrington and Kate Warbis from Hettinger Scranton. 138-pound semifinal. And 10-1 the lead for Breckenlura. He will run out this final 5 seconds. Breckenlura from Carrington will wrestle for the 138-pound championship.
And Keaton Myers scores 2 points for a takedown. He's up 7-0 over Matt Wolf. Or under a minute 30 to go in the third period. So Keaton Myers up on Matthew Wolf, 7-0.
This is our semifinal coverage here on YourLiveEvent.com. Day number 1 of the wrestling tournament almost in the books. We'll have our second day tomorrow with our championships tomorrow night. Hear all of that on YourLiveEvent.com. 145-pound semifinal beginning on mat number 8. Marshall Lindgren from South Border. Mason Melmer from Beulah Hazen.
And Matthew Wolf from South Border still down 7-0 to Keaton Myers in the semifinal match at 132 pounds on mat number 7. Wolf currently broke down. Myers riding over there on the top, throws a hard crossface on Wolf. Splits the legs in the back, and he's just trying to stretch Wolf out. Get a little offense going.
Both Lindgren and Milmer on the mat, neither one with control, going head to head. Minute 10 left in the first period. It's 145-pound semifinals.
In the girls' semifinal match at 145 pounds, Alyssa Johnson from Grand Forks Central wins by fall over Summer Hanna from Bismarck Legacy. So Johnson advances to the championship match at 145 pounds in the girls' brackets.
Stanley's Keaton Myers advances with a 7-0 win up against Matthew Wolf from South Border.
Next up, we'll go mat number 7 for Kerbel.
Mat number 7, Mike Nelson from Lisbon wrestling Timothy Ford, Kenmare Bowbells. Timothy Ford, a freshman, 24-3 record, wrestling Mike Nelson with a record of 38-4. He's a sophomore from Lisbon.
Over on mat number 8, 22 seconds left in the first period at the 145-pound semifinals. No score between Marshall Lindgren of South Border and Mason Melmer of Beulah Hazen.
Nelson in on a double leg takedown. On Ford, trying to turn the corner. He's doubled up. Now he goes into that forklift position, trying to throw those legs off the top and come out the back door. Well, Nelson's still working. Now he has single leg, tree topping it on Ford. Minute to go in the first period. Still no points awarded. On the edge of the mat, now Nelson scores 2 points for a takedown. He's up in this one under a minute to go, 2-0.
No score on mat number 8. First period in the books between Marshall Lindgren of South Border, Mason Melmer of Beulah Hazen.
Mat number 5, girls semifinal match, 155 pounds. Olivia Schuckard from Bismarck Century wrestling Elizabeth Greco from Williston. That's a 2-0 score with Greco up on top of that one from Williston. 155-pound semifinal.
Mason Melmer gets an escape to start the second period. Leads Marshall Lindgren 1-0. Lindgren again undefeated against Class B wrestlers. Only loss coming against a Minnesota wrestler from down in the cities back at the Store Hog.
And that's the final over on mat number 5. Elizabeth Greco advances by fall. She's in the championship match at 155 pounds.
2-0 the lead, 1-0 the lead, Mason Melmer from Beulah Hazen against Marshall Lindgren from South Border.
Mikey Nelson has a cradle locked up forward, able to get that back hand free and trying to reverse it on Mike. Mike's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to give 2 points for a reversal. So 2 points for a reversal for Timothy Ford on Mikey Nelson. Nelson had the cradle locked up. Ford got that back hand free and came over the top on Nelson. He's up 4-2.
Over on mat number 8, Marshall Lindgren and Mason Melmer came out of bounds, and then Lindgren going down, a trainer or coach coming out to talk to him as we have injury time here on mat number 8.
Ford had choice to start the second period. He chose the bottom position. He's up 4-2 on Mike Nelson. Scored 4 points last 10 seconds of that first period. Put him up in the lead, 4-2.
And ready to resume here the second period under a minute to go. 1-0 the lead for Mason Melmer from Beulah Hazen. These two wrestlers tied up, remain on their feet. 37 seconds and counting left in the second period.
And Nelson now has Ford cradled up, takes him straight to his back. And Mike Nelson advances to the championship match. Winner by fall is Mike Nelson, your 138-pound finalist for the Lisbon Broncos.
Nelson, a sophomore, placing last year. Really a big opportunity for him with that victory.
That's another match we may see in the first round of the dual competition on Saturday between Mike Nelson and Timothy Ford.
10 seconds left in the second period here at 145 pounds. Mason Melmer a 1-0 lead against Marshall Lindgren. 5 seconds now left to go, and that period will come to an end. Melmer looking for that big win, a 1-0 lead And Marshall Lindgren will start the period down. And right away, Melmer just tangles up the legs, knowing that Lindgren was trying to get a quick point on an escape.
Mat number 7, Kale Eibach from Deslax Burlington, wrestling Wesley Harvey from Bishop Ryan. Eibach, a junior, 47-0 record. Wesley Harvey, a senior, 30-8 record. They're scoreless in the first period, minute 23 to go. Had to restart back in the center of the mat.
And Marshall Lindgren swings himself around, has not gotten any points, as these two will tie up, and they might work themselves into a stalemate with 1:15 to go. And now Marshall Lindgren will get away. It is 1-1. Him and Melmer are tied. It goes right for the legs of Melmer, and Melmer will tie up the upper body. A minute left to go in the 145-pound semifinals. All tied up at 1. And they come out of bounds. We'll reset with exactly a minute to go.
And Mat 7, Eibach still up in this one, 2-0. Harvey stands up on the edge of the mat. Eibach shoves him out of bounds. We have a restart with Harvey starting on the bottom. 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Eibach up in that one, 2-0.
And Mason Melmer gets a takedown, takes the lead, 3-1, 45 seconds left. And he's going to lose Marshall Lindgren. It is 3-2 with 39 seconds, and Melmer a little slow to get up just because he knows Lindgren is waiting for him for the takedown. Lindgren grabs the single leg. Melmer bouncing around. Lindgren drops levels, and they will give him 2 for a takedown, and then they come out of bounds. Lindgren takes the lead, 4-3.
Well, Lindgren's been pushed in this tournament. I didn't think I'd see that this year, but these wrestlers today really pushing Lindgren at 145 pounds.
So now Melmer just needs to get an escape to tie things up. Down 4-3, 20 seconds left, and Lindgren, he's just fighting against that escape. Melmer to his feet, 15 seconds left. Now the single leg by Lindgren, elevation by Lindgren to get him back down to the mat, gets him down, 9 seconds left. Melmer reaching for one of his ankles. He's not going to have enough time. Lindgren's just going to hang on. Marshall Lindgren onto the 145-pound championship with a 4-3 win. And Mason Melmer wrestled a heck of a match against a good wrestler. He kept it 1-0 up until this third period, but Marshall Lindgren will wrestle for the 145-pound championship.
Yeah, Lindgren just turned it on there that last 30 seconds of the match and able to pull out a 1-point win, 4-3. Mat 7, Eibach still in control of this one, 4-0. He's on the bottom, working for a reversal now as Eibach on Wesley Harvey. They're in the second period, minute 25 to go.
And now our 145-pound semifinal match will be wrestled. The other one will be wrestled at mat number 8. Jake Deutsch from Central Cass against Nelson from Hillsborough Central Valley. So Deutsch knows he has Lindgren coming up.
Yeah, Eibach now building a lead. He's up 7-0 on Harvey. That's a 152-pound semifinal match. 7-0 score right now on mat number 7.
Henry Nelson gets the takedown against Jake Deutsch. Leads this one 2-0. Deutsch gets up on his feet, but gets pulled out of bounds. Deutsch's record on the season, 13-2. The senior missed some time with the basketball as well as an injury to recover. Did not come in until one of the tournaments. I believe it was the Letterman where he made his appearance. Now Deutsch is able to get the escape. It'll be 2-1. He leads, Henry Nelson leads by a point, 2-1. Nelson 32-5 on the year.
Final 25 seconds in the second period. Eibach maintains his 7-point lead, 7-0 over Wesley Harvey. Eibach in control on top. Had a turn going on Harvey. Harvey's able to power through, rolls through on that. Now Harvey working to come out the back door on Eibach and score some points.
55 seconds left in the first period, 145-pound semifinal. Henry Nelson from Hillsborough Central Valley, 2. Jake Deutsch from Central Cass, 1. Nelson went to shoot. Deutsch was able to get under the arms and bring him back up to his level. 30 seconds left in the first period, and they both will come out of bounds. Deutsch, the lone senior on the Squirrels team. .25 seconds left in the first period.
In the third period, I'm at number 7, Eibach 7-0. Harvey coming up high on Eibach, trying to grab the head, not able to score any points off of that. He's still on the bottom. Working in Peterson now is Wesley Harvey. And Harvey's pulling that head out. He'll score here on this 2-point reversal. It's now a 7-2 score. Wesley Harvey put some points on the board in the third period.
2-1. Henry Nelson from HEV will lead Jake Deutsch going into the second period at the 145-pound semifinals.
And we have injury time on mat 7. Harvey had that knee bent, and he goes down with some injury time. That's on mat number 7. That score is 7-2 in the third period.
Jake Deutsch gets an early escape to tie things up at 2, and then Nelson comes in on that single leg. We'll get some elevation on Deutsch. And Deutsch will come down and try to turn him. Minute 25 left here in the second period. Winner of this will wrestle Lindgren for the 145-pound championship. They'll call a stalemate, and both will come up to their feet.
You know, we still have injury time on mat number 7 with Wesley Harvey and Cale Eibach. We're down to the final 35 seconds of that. Harvey strapping on the headgear. Looks like he's ready to go, and we'll get back to action on mat number 7.
Nelson from HEV goes for the double leg against Deutsch. Deutsch sprawls and extends out. 2-2 the score, and another stalemate called as there's 59 seconds left in the second period.
Harvey on the restart tries the alternate start. Not able to find an opening on Eibach. Now Eibach in on a single leg, takes Harvey down to the mat, straight to his back. Harvey elevators out of that. Just rolled out of bounds, but Harvey had a nice elevator on Eibach, took him to the back, or took him straight to his back, but out of bounds.
39 seconds left in the second period. Deutsch and Nelson tied at 2.
I think seeing that Eibach will probably stay away from that single leg attempt on this. Now he has a 2-on-1 going on Harvey.
Deutsch went to shoot, as did Nelson, and both were able to defend against it.
Yeah, Eibach wisely did an arm drag down to the mat. Now he's in on a low single leg attempt on Harvey. 8-2 score. They're at 30 seconds to go with Eibach leading that one 8-2.
145-pound semifinal ends with a 2-2 tie in the second period. On to the third between Henry Nelson of HEV and Jake Deutsch of Central Cass.
The final 15 seconds on mat number 7, 152-pound semifinal. Harvey looking for double underhooks, tries a gator roll through on Eibach, but nothing working on the edge of the mat. Eibach picks up 2 points for a takedown, and now near fall. And that one goes final. So Cale Eibach from the Deslax Burlington Lakers moves to the championship match at 152 pounds.
And Henry Nelson able to score 3 this period. His lead at 5-2, a minute 49 left to wrestle. Third period, Jake Deutsch gets an escape, makes it 5-3. Deutsch, the senior for Central Cass, against Henry Nelson, the junior from Hillsborough Central Valley.
Taking the mat on mat number 7, Bowden Greenlee, junior, 38-0, wrestling Connor Andrus from Hettinger Scranton, senior, 39-9 record. Bowden in on a single leg attempt, takes Andrus down to the mat. Andrus in a scramble, still no points awarded by the ref.
Minute 15 left in the third period here at the 145-pound semifinals. Jake Deutsch from Central Cass and Henry Nelson from HCV. Nelson, the 5-3 lead, approaching the final minute of the third period.
Greenlee scores 2 points on a takedown. He now lets Andrus up. It's a 2-1 score. Minute 25 to go. Greenlee in on another single leg attempt on Andrus.
49 seconds left here in the third period. Jake Deutsch down by 2. .35 seconds to go. Henry Nelson knows that Jake Deutsch is going to have to get desperate and make a move, and he is trying to be patient against it. Deutsch goes for the throw. Nelson intertwines legs, and looks like they will give 2 to Deutsch. And it's 5-5. Deutsch has tied it up. And now he released Nelson. I don't think he realized he got the 2, and there's 9 seconds left. 5 seconds to go. Nelson on the single leg on Deutsch. Deutsch gets him down to the mat, can't come around, and it's Henry Nelson who gets the win in the semifinals against Jake Deutsch. Nelson from HEV will wrestle for the 145-pound championship. Deutsch will find himself in the wrestle back, trying to get himself to battle back. The best he can finish now to end his career for the Squirrels would be 3rd place.
And Greenlee now up 6-2 on mat number 7. They're in the first period, 38 seconds to go. Wrestling Connie Andrus from Hettinger Scranton. That's a 6-2 score, now a 6-3 score.
Blaze Ranke from the Lisbon Broncos at 152 against Ty Wolding from New Salem Almad.
Another head-to-head match between the Broncos and the New Salem Holsteins.
At scoring right now, 139 for New Salem, 123 for Lisbon. So again, another big head-to-head matchup. As initiating contact is Wolding, and Ranke trying to set himself up for a move.
Greenlee now up 8-3. That's on mat number 7. Going into the second period, Greenlee's on bottom to start the second 160-pound semifinal. And Greenlee right away off the whistle, it hits a tripod stand-up, just working on gaining a little more space in there. He picks up a loss of control. Now it's a 9-3 score. Minute 40 to go in the second period. Greenlee's up 9-3, working the center of the mat.
Both Ranke and Wolding go out of bounds. They'll reset with a minute left to wrestle in the first period, still scoreless. Again, semifinals at 152 pounds.
Greenlee in, now he scores 2 more points for a takedown. Has an inside cradle locked up on Andrus. He has it tight, turns Andrus over. Looking for a foul is Bowden Greenlee.
Both Wolding and Ranke are down on the mat. No one has established control. It looked like Wolding was about to get the first 2 points, and Greenlee came in and grabbed a leg, and we may see a stalemate come up, and now a nice job by Ranke to get away, and he had the elevation of his foot last second.
And Bowden Greenlee wins by fall over Conor Andrus. He advances to the championship match at 160 pounds.
19 seconds left in the first period here at the 152-pound semifinals. No score between Ranke and Wolding. And the tapper comes out, 10 seconds left, and they both come out of bounds.
Yeah, mat number 7, Drew Zach for Minot Bishop Ryan, wrestling Baxter Sand. That's the start of this one, scoreless in the first period. 160-pound semifinal. The winner of this one takes on Bowden Greenlee in the championship match.
And going for the single leg was Wolding, but ran out of time as the first period ends. Blaze Ranke 0, Ty Wolding 0. It's 152-pound semis.
Still scoreless in the first between Zwack from Bishop Ryan and Sand from South Border. It's still scoreless. Minute 13 to go. Wrestlers on their feet. Just trading head position and hand control in the center of the mat.
Ranke will be down to start the second period. Gets one leg out. Wolding locks up the other. Ranke able to stand, needs to shed himself away from Ty Wolding and frees the hand, turns around. Wolding grabs the leg and brings him right back down. And now Ranke up will get away. 1-0. Blaze Ranke leads, and he will come right for the legs of Ty Wolding. Ranke leading 1-0 here at the 152-pound semifinals.
Scoreless with 35 seconds remaining in the first period, 0-0 between Sand and Zwack. That's 160-pound semifinal on mat number 7, working the edge of the mat. Sand was in on a single leg attempt. They get called out of bounds for a restart back in the center.
And they're going to call a stalemate, so a reset, neutral position, center of the mat.
Wolding last year, 152-pound semifinal match. He was a winner over Jaden Schmidt. Schmidt had a nice run going in his senior years, but Wolding put that hopes of a state championship match on ice for Jaden Schmidt.
Wolding goes for the double leg, and they both will come out of bounds. Actually, Ranke almost came off the mat. 45 seconds left in the second period. And Ranke a 1-0 lead. .30 seconds to go in the second period.
They started the second period on mat number 7. It's still scoreless going into the second. That's between Baxter Sand from South Border.
Ranke a takedown. Gets Wolding right into a cradle. Racking up the back points, trying to get the fall. He might have it here. 13 seconds left to go. The official seeing some daylight between the shoulders and the mat. 3 seconds left. Ranke gets a little extra elevation. Won't get the fall, but adds to his lead. 6-0. Blaze Ranke for the Lisbon Broncos here in the 152-pound semis.
Yeah, Drew Zach puts 1 point on the board, scores an escape. It's a 1-0 score. Now he's up over Baxter Sand. They're at 1:30 to go. Wrestlers back up on their feet, center of the mat. Zwack working a Russian tie on Sand. Now they circle out, get called out of bounds for a restart.
Wolding will start the period down. Ranke will have him get him a quick turn. No points being counted for near fall. I think Wolding just running a little bit too high. Now they'll start counting points for a near fall. Minute and a half to go. Blaze Ranke leading 6-0. It'll be 9-0 on that near fall, but he wants to end it here with the fall.
And Ranke can just ride that one out. He's in a pinning combination on Sand. If he just holds that in there, there should not be a stalemate called on this as long as he's still in a pinning combination. But it looks like now we get stalemated and we get blood time.
So blood time will be against Wolding. 4 points comes for Blaze Ranke. 10-0 his lead. And looking at the team scoring right now, New Salem Almad 139, Lisbon 136. Be a big one here, a win for Blaze Ranke. He'll be wrestling for the state championship for the first time. A wrestler, again, both coaches spoke highly of that this was kind of his year to have a breakout year as a sophomore.
And Blaze Ranke building a nice 10-0 lead. I think right now Wolding just trying to work out of that 10-0 deficit, not give up that major decision to Blaze Ranke. We're still 1-0. Drew Zwack is still 1-0 up on Baxter Sand. They're going into the third period. Looks like Sand's choice. He chooses bottom to start the third period.
Still doing some cleanup on the blood time on mat number 8. Blaze Ranke, again, a 10-0 lead against Ty Wolding from New Salem Almad on the 152-pound semis. And they started right off the whistle. They're going to give a caution to Wolding. Wolding comes up and a whistle on potentially dangerous. .106 left here, and Ranke leading 10-0. Just needs to hold on for a trip on to the 152-pound championship. Wolding will get away for the escape. 10-1 the score.
In that, now Ranke tied up, hits a nice slide by on Wolding out of bounds. Yep, Ranky needs to go for the leg attacks. Coach Lucina telling him to go for those leg attacks. No sense working the head and shoulders.
49 seconds left, single leg for Ranky. Turns into a double leg, and they both go down, but out of bounds.
And we're tied up 1-1 now between Zwack and Sand. Sand able to score an escape. They're a minute 9 to go, 160-pound semifinal, 1-1 score now between Zwack and Sand from South Border.
Ranky comes to shoot on the double leg. Right away, Wolding was ready for it. Sprawls out, comes around, gets an escape. Or gets the takedown, will make it 10-3, and then he's going to let Ranky go because he's down so much, and Ranky will get the escape, 11-3 the score.
And it is an 8-point lead, still a major decision, but like I said, Wolding just pecking away at this score now. He doesn't want to give up those bonus points to Blaze Ranky.
Ranky going for the double leg. Wolding sprawls out, comes around for the takedown, makes it 11-5. Will cut Ranky loose. Actually didn't. He hangs on, gets him down to the mat, 10 seconds left. Now he's going to cut Ranky loose.
Oh, Ranky, nice slide by.
And they will not give him the points. Blaze Ranky's asking the official, frustrated he didn't get those last 2 points with 2 seconds left, so now it's a whistle and he'll step back. So Blaze Ranky will go on to the championship at 152 pounds and get some much needed points in a big head-to-head matchup from a wrestler from New Salem Almad.
And Drew Zwack builds his lead 3-1 now, final 5 seconds of that one. So Drew Zwack from Minot Bishop Ryan advances to the championship match. He'll take on Bowden Greenlee. They do blow the whistle with 2 seconds. It's a 3-2 score, but Zwack leads this one 3-2.
Now the 170-pound semifinal. Levi's Femme will wrestle against Garrett Hebel from Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Both wrestlers just tugging out that upper body. And Hebel takes down Sven, but it is out of bounds.
And time runs out. No, it looks like they're going to put a second back on the clock there between Zach and Sand. It's a 3-2 score. They run out of time, so Drew Zach advances championship match, 160 pounds. He takes on Bowden Greenlee.
Going for the single leg is Hebel against Svem. Gets him down 2-0. Garrett Hebel, returning champion from last year, 39-2 on the year. Svem going up 2 weight classes here this season.
Another semifinal match, now 170 pounds with Anton Caruth wrestling for Edgeley Ellendale Calm. That's up on mat number 7. He takes on Camden Reap from Stanley, senior, 27-5 record.
Hebel and Sven will both come out of bounds. They'll reset with 58 seconds left in the first period. And Hebel working Sven down towards the mat. 40 seconds left to go in the first period.
Caruth in on a nice high crotch single on Reap. He goes up 2-0. That's at a minute 10 to go in the first period. So Caruth up now 2-0 on Reap from Stanley.
17 seconds left in the first period here at the 170-pound semifinals. Garrett Hebel from Lemoore Litchfield Marion, a 2-0 lead against Levi's Femme from Lisbon. And 5 seconds left in the period.
And wrestling out of bounds on mat number 7 for a restart. Anton Cruz still up in this one, 2-0, 170-pound semifinal on mat number 7.
And Hebel is down to start the period, almost gets an early escape against Femme, and they'll come out of bounds. Hebel was quick off that whistle, and Femme stuck with him to bring him down.
Now we're 4-1 score. Anton Cruz up 4-1 Final 20 seconds of the first period in that 170-pound semifinal. The wrestlers up on the left center of the mat. Ruth working, wrist tie on Reap. Reap now shoots in on a double.
And Hebel able to get the escape and then a takedown against Fem. His lead at 5-0. Hebel, a returning state champion, trying to get a turn against Fem. Minute 13 left to go in that second period. Again, these are just our final few matches. Class A already in the books. The girls' tournament already in the books for the day. It's just Class B rounds. Update on the team scoring. Lisbon 147, New Salem Almad 139. So Lisbon pulling in front. Garrett Hebel's lead at 5-0. 39 seconds and counting left in the second period for the 170-pound semifinals.
There we go to blood time on mat number 7. Now Anton Kruth with blood time. He's up 5-1, 170-pound semifinal.
And out of bounds, Garrett Hebel and Levi's Fem. 26 seconds left in the second period. Fem immediately tried to sit out, and Hebel stuck with him, now extending out Levi's Fem. 10 seconds left in the second period. Fem goes to sit out, and again, Hebel able to stick with him.
And action resumes on mat number 7. They're in the neutral position. Anton Kruth leads that one 5-1 over Camden Reap from Stanley. They're under a minute 30 to go in the second period.
On to the final period here at 170-pound semifinal. Levi's Fem has some ground to make up against Garrett Hebel, down 5-0.
And Reap in a nice scramble with Caruth. Had Caruth hip toss to the mat, but Anton Caruth able to roll through on that and maintains his lead. It's a 5-1 lead now for Anton Caruth.
Svam will be up here to start this third period. And Hebel comes up. Svam able to stick with him, gets Hebel back down to the mat. So Lisbon in front right now with points, 147-139 to New Salem Almad. And the girls tournament right now, Central Cass on front 123 to Bismarck Legacy's 105. And the girls tournament wrapping up for day number 1. Just 2 more matches left after this, 182-pound matchups.
And Cruz scores 2 points on a takedown. It's a 7-1 score. They're at 18 seconds to go in the second period. 7-1. Anton Caruth leads this one. They're on a restart back in the center of the mat.
Minute left here in the third period. Hebel will get the escape. 6-0 his lead against Levi's Fem for a chance to go to 170-pound championship match. Hebel another takedown, extending his lead to 8-0. It'll be Clifton from Carrington against Kerbel in the 182-pound semifinals on this mat coming up next.
We're at the start of the third period. Anton Cruz up in this one 9-1. They'll start the third in the neutral position with Cruz on top 9-1.
20 seconds left here in the final period. The 170-pound semifinals will be Garrett Hebel hanging on to advance here to wrestle for the 170-pound championship. The Lemoore Litchfield Marion wrestler looking to make it another one, while Levi's Fem will try to claw his way into the third place match for the Lisbon Broncos, who are in front, by the way, with points here in the individual tournament.
Camden Reap got into a nice scramble with Anton Caruth. He scores 2 points on a reversal. It's a 9-3 score. They're at a minute 15 to go in the third period. 9-3, Anton Kruth up in that one. They get stalemate back for a restart.
And that match officially final, 8-0. Garrett Hebel wins onto the 170-pound championship. Levi's Femme will wrestle into the wrestle-back round. Now on mat number 8, Michael Clifton from Carrington. Isaac Kerbel from Northern Lights.
Our next matchup here is 182 pounds.
A final minute on mat number 7, 10-3 score. Anton Kruth up over Camden Reap. Wrestlers back up in the neutral position, center of the mat. Reap hit a nice head tap, shot in for a double on Kruth, but Kruth able to come out of that now. He drops down on his own single leg. He has that leg tied up a Reap. He's up 10-3.
And Kerbel from Northern Lights comes to shoot against Clifton. Clifton able to pull himself back. Minute 20 left here in this 182-pound semifinal. No score between Clifton from Carrington, Kerbel from Northern Lights.
Now stalemate, restart back in the center of the mat. 10-3 score, 21 seconds remaining. Reap shoots in. Kruth counters that, drops down on a single. Final 15 seconds of this one with Anton Kruth up 10-3.
And Clifton goes for the double leg, brings down Kerbel. Michael Clifton from Carrington will take a 2-0 lead, getting Kerbel on his side and now on his back. Not enough for any near fall points.
And Anton Kruth, your winner, 170 pounds, he wins. Advances to the championship match against Garrett Hebel from Lemoore.
And both wrestlers out of bounds here with 43 seconds left to go at 182 pounds.
The final match on mat number 7, semifinal match between Silas Ranke from Lisbon and Tristan Picas from Hettinger Scranton. That match just underway, scoreless in the first 10 seconds.
Michael Clifton extends his lead to 4-0 with 43 seconds left in the first period against Isaac Kerbel from Northern Lights. So these again are our final two matches. The winners of these will be wrestling each other for the championship tomorrow night here at the Fargo Dome.
And Tristan Picas from Hettinger Scranton, he is a junior with a 40-6 record, wrestling Silas Ranke from Lisbon, a senior, 32-9. They're still scoreless in the first, back up in the neutral position in the center of the mat.
.23 seconds and counting left in the first period between Clifton of Carrington and Kerbel of Northern Lights. Clifton a 4-0 lead. Now down to the final 5 seconds. Clifton trying to get a turn. Will run out of time and Clifton leads 4-0.
Ranke and Picas still work in the center of the mat, scoreless, under 40 seconds to go in the first period. 182-pound semifinal on mat number 7. Have a restart now. I'll just stay restart by the ref back in the center of the mat.
Minute 47 counting left in the second period. Neutral position to start things off between Clifton and Kerbel. Kerbel goes to shoot. Clifton sprawls out. Now has control of the upper body, and Kerbel able to get himself loose and free.
Picas in on a nice high crotch on Silas Ranke. Ranke trying to hold off Picas. Picas sucks it up. Takes Ranke down to his hip. Picas looking to score the last 10 seconds of this one. 3 seconds, time running out here. No points awarded, so Silas Ranke escapes into the second period, scoreless. And it'll be Ranke's choice to start the second. He chooses bottom.
Here on mat 8, 4-1 still the lead for Michael Clifton from Carrington against Isaac Kerbel from Northern Lights.
Now Pecos had a nice high crotch single on that. Took Ranky down to his hip with about 5 seconds left, but Silas was able to keep Pecos from turning the corner on that.
And another takedown for Michael Clifton. His lead extended to 6-0. 42 seconds in county left in the second period.
And Ranky chose the bottom position to start the second. Right now, Pecos has him barred up on top. Pecos working tough, keeping those hips up over the top of Ranky, working for a fall, but Ranky sits up over the top of Pecos. He has Pecos in trouble now, going to his back. Ranky picks up 2 points for a reversal. Ranky now has Pecos cross-faced, still on his hip, going to his back. Silas Ranky working for some near fall against Tristan Pecos from Hedinger.
Michael Clifton, a 6-0 lead against Isaac Kerbel. 17 seconds left in the second period at the other 182-pound semifinal on mat number 8.
Silas and Pecos in a nice scramble on the edge of the mat, still 2-0. So Silas Ranky taking a 2-0 lead on this restart. 46 seconds left in the second period.
Second period ends here on mat number 8. Michael Clifton from Carrington, 6. Isaac Kerbel from Northern Lights, 0.
Pecos looked like he lost the contact on the restart here. So 46 seconds. Silas Ranky leads this one 2-0. Off the whistle, Pecos tries to sit outside. Ranky goes down to the ankle. Ranky has a cradle hooked up on Pecos. Pecos in a little bit of trouble. Ranky deadly with this cradle. He's just going to try to go hip to hip, take his time, and bump over Pecos. He's on 30 seconds to go now. Ranky going hip to hip. He's got Pecos turning. Silas Ranky takes Pecos to his back. Pecos is in trouble. Ranky trying to settle in. Ranky now settling in. He has Pecos in trouble. Silas Ranky working for the fall for the Broncos. Under 10 seconds to go. Ranky still working for a fall. Not much time on the clock. Silas Ranky settling in. Can't be much daylight in there. Pecos able to hold off Ranky at the end of the period. 5-0 score. Ranky takes a 5-0 lead into the third.
Michael Clifton defeats Isaac Kerbel from Northern Lights via fall, so Clifton will wrestle in that 182-pound championship. So that fall happening as we were just describing that near fall over there, just for those who heard the hand come down on the whistle, that was for the win for Clifton over on mat number 8.
We do have blood time on mat number 7, so right now we're in blood time between Pecos and Ranky from Lisbon. Ranky takes a 5-0 lead to start the third. It is Tristan Pecos' choice. One thing Silas has to watch out for from Hedinger Scranton, they're notorious for grabbing that arm and leg and just rolling through on it. Ranky should just go to leg attacks on Pecos. Pecos will look to set up a nice 5-point throw on Ranky. And Pecos goes right away for the headlock on Ranky. He has Ranky in trouble going to his back. He's going to pick up 2 points for a takedown. Well, these wrestlers just got to realize we're in that position. They need to go for the leg attacks and not tie up.
Yeah, Ranky right now needs to find a way to get himself repositioned, and that turn there is not going to help.
Well, Pecos working for a fall now on Ranky. 5-2 score. Pecos has Ranky smothered. Now Ranky's shoulder's just a little bit flatter to the mat. I think Ranky's about ready to go under. Looks like Ranky's trying to tap out on Pecos. Under a minute to go. Ranky's still fighting. Give Ranky some credit if he can last here. Ranky still trying to get up. Ranky coming out of this one now. Silas Ranky picks up 2 points for a reversal. So he's up 7-5. Ranky looked like he was going down. Ranky's got to recover now on top. It's a 7-5 score. Silas Ranky wrestling for his chance at a state championship against Tristan Pecos. He wisely now goes down to the legs on Pecos. He should have did that to start the third period.
How about that? Ranky just kept fighting,
He did.
Looked like he was dead to rights, gets the head loose, and now needs to ride out this final 20 seconds.
That was pretty amazing. Silas Ranky looked like he was going down. He's just trying to hold on now against Tristan Pekas. It's a 7-5 score. Now Pekas coming out on top of Ranky. He will score. It's tied up now 7-7. 7 seconds remaining in the third period. Silas Ranky needs injury time. He's down on the edge of the mat. Well, that's just a lot of heart there for Silas Ranky wrestling out of that headlock. Silas just taking some injury time now, trying to collect himself.
7-7 the score right now there on that one.
I believe there is 7 seconds left on the clock on that one. Silas will start in the bottom position.
And he's getting into 50 seconds now left on this injury time. Now 37 seconds left here. He's deciding if he will continue. Yeah, he's going to use every second of that 20 seconds, I think.
Yeah, Silas Ranky getting out of that headlock just by sheer heart and determination. Looked like he was going to go down. And Ranky coming back out here on last 7 seconds. Ranky comes over the top. Now Pekas, and Ranky scores at the end of the period. Ranky scores.
Are they going to give him the points? They will not.
No points. This is a crazy match. It's tied up 7-7.
Give Ranky an extra second, extra 2 seconds, and he wins this one. Now they're going to go to overtime.
Tell you what, the fans that stayed around for this match are definitely getting their money's worth. We're tied up 7-7.
I'm seeing a lot of fans from a lot of different teams right now watching this one. This is a good one to close out the first night. Even better if you're a Broncos fan if Ranky can score the next 2 points here.
Oh,
Ranky just could not get the hips around fast enough. Pekas went for the throw, lost control. Ranky's going to get him down, but no points awarded.
So Ranky looks like a reversal of fortune. Ranky picks up 2 points. Silas Ranky going to the championship match. He wins by a score of 9-7. He's still working for the fall on Tristan Pekas.
What an incredible finish for Silas Ranky, the senior going all out. His last chance to wrestle for a state championship, and he just wanted it.
That is amazing.
Amazing.
That is something special there for Silas Ranky. His final attempt at a state championship. The match is over. Berwick wants to have a chat with the referee, but the referee staying in the center of the mat. They'll conclude this match with Silas Ranky coming out on top by a score of 12-7.
And now the officials and the coach are going to discuss it, but and what a finish for Silas Ranky. He'll wrestle for the championship at 182 pounds, and again, he looked like dead to rights there in that third period.
He did. I was feeling for Silas there, and he just managed to pull that out, got into overtime, and wins by a score of 12-7.
Yeah, he's being mobbed by his teammates now by the scorer's table.
Yeah, that was an amazing match. That's one for the record books, or one for the ages.
Yeah, he's going to need some extra time over there. But now looking at team score, 158 for Lisbon, New Salem Almad 139. The Broncos struggling a little bit here in the semifinals early on. They're able to put themselves in front 158 to 139. End of the team score here in this tournament. For the girls' side, it's Central Cass 123, Bismarck Legacy 105. We'll have continued coverage of this tournament coming your way tomorrow. We'll begin our coverage. First round begins at 11 o'clock. We'll begin about 10:45 or so. We'll have that for you here on yourliveevent.com. But that will do it for our coverage here of Game number 1. Thanks for joining us for coverage of the state wrestling tournament. Again, you've been listening on yourliveevent.com.